Today's video, we're going to talk about naming a cell or a range. You may want to name a cell to easily select a specific cell or range. You can also use a name in a formula. And you can also declare a value. We're going to name the quarters on this worksheet, and we'll look at some of the ways you can use that name. Now, a quick note about naming. Excel will not let you use spaces in the names. So you can do something like this, which is camel case, where you see the capital letter separates the words, or you can just put a character in between. Now, to create the name, we're going to select the range that I want to create a name for. So I want this cell B3 to B34. Now, to create a name for this, I'm going to click in the name box. And it's highlighted blue. I can just type in the name I want. And press enter. Now I have a quarter one name where I can click the drop down and select that quarter one. Now you can also do this with the ribbon. Now in this instance, we're going to select row 2, and then I'm going to select that column as before. Now to use the ribbon to create the name, I can just go to formulas, look for the define names group, and I want to choose the option create from selection. Now this is going to allow me to quickly create the name, and it's going to name it based on what I have in the top row because I have that selected. You could also do the same to create names for each of these salespeople. At this point, I'm going to click OK. And now I have two names, a quarter one and a quarter two. I'm going to do the last two quarters at the same time. So I'm going to click on D2, hold down Shift, and click on E34, and simply press the keyboard shortcut Control Shift and F3. Now you can see I have the option top row again, and I'm going to click OK, and I should now have 4 names. Now I'm going to add a formula to row 35, so I'm just going to use the keyboard shortcut Alt and equals and add up a sum function for each quarter. You can see it has the traditional range B3 to B34, but you might want to change it to the names that you've created. Now to do that, we need to be on the Formulas tab, look for the Define Names group, and then click on Define Name. And this time we want to choose Apply Names. Now I'm going to apply all 4 here. Click OK. When I click on one of the formulas, you can see the name is applied instead of the range. The last thing we're going to do is create a name with a particular value, and we'll use that name in a formula. Now I'm going to click on Define Name. Now I do want to name it bonus, so I'm just going to leave that alone. Now I'm going to go down to the refers to box and put in a value there. Now that value I'm going to use to multiply by the total because that will give us the bonus for each of these sales totals. So I'm going to type in 0.04 and click OK. Now what I'm going to do here is put in the formula using the name. I'm going to start with equals. Click on cell F3 and then put in the multiplication symbol and start typing in bonus. Now when it's highlighted like this, you can double click it or press tab, and that will enter the name. And then I'm just going to double click the fill handle and fill the formula down. You can see each of these values was multiplied by that 4%. I hope you found this useful. Thank you for watching.